The most treasured thing about Lee was that she treated everybody the same.
Yeah.
And she didn't judge anyone for who they were, where they had come from, what their life journey had been.
Thank you so much for speaking with me, and congratulations on this beautiful, important film.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Of course. And I want to begin by asking a little bit about Lee, who is this woman very much ahead of her time. She's an artist and a bohemian and is involved in this very important work by the end of her career, which is really, chronicling these horrific crimes. But I'd really love to know how you kind of approached her as this woman ahead of her time in terms of gender, especially, and even so far as dressing as a man if she had to get into the spaces that she needed to be in.
Lee was utterly unique. She was born with her eyes wide open, and she lived life at full throttle. But the most important, and for me, the most treasured thing about Lee was that she treated everybody the same.
Yeah.
And she didn't judge anyone for who they were, where they had come from, what their life journey had been. And that's it's a very beautiful superpower in a way, certainly then, at a time that was full of prejudice and full of sexual discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
And because Lee had suffered a terrible trauma as a child, that thing could have defined her, but she refused to let it define her. And in the process of putting the film together and also researching playing her, I spoke to survivors and victims of sexual assault. And those people would say to me, it gives you a way of seeing people and the world that is seismic. It shifts you inside in a way that is almost hard to explain. And that was how Lee lived. She lived her life seeing people, seeing circumstances, seeing situations, making sure that people were heard. And she was a phenomenal friend. She was always taking younger women under her wing, especially if they lacked in confidence. There was someone who was the daughter of a maid who worked in the family home, and this daughter was very shy and she had extremely bad teeth. And Lee herself had very, very bad teeth. There was a big gap in the middle, but they were overlapped, all of her teeth. And Picasso famously painted her with her teeth like kind of great big pegs almost, because she never smiled. And Lee saw in this young girl that she didn't smile and she would kind of be shy because of her teeth. And Lee took her to London and had her teeth fixed because she wanted her to feel proud of herself. So that's the kind of woman that Lee was. And she saw everyone for exactly who they were and treated everyone the same.